Hello, welcome to day 9 of my 30 days, 30 tips challenge. My name is Sabrina Doherty. I've been an English teacher for 10 years and I want to talk to you today about using reading to improve your English. So reading is a really useful way to help you with your English improvement because when you're reading, you're improving your vocabulary, your grammar structures, you're learning new words, new ways to say things, your knowledge, of course, in general, and maybe your culture of the English language world, because maybe it's a different culture from yours. So reading can be very enriching and can help you a lot. You can read things that are directly related to learning English, like reading blogs or web pages about English grammar or English vocabulary, or maybe you're doing an exam and you're reading about tips on how to do the exam, or you can read things that are interesting to you, but instead of reading them in your native language, you're reading them in English, So the more English you know, the more you want to immerse yourself in English. Therefore, reading is a good way to do this because you're probably reading things every day. You're probably reading your Facebook. You could change your settings to English, and maybe you're reading your emails, change the settings of your email provider to English, change your devices to English. So everything that you read during the day, think about it and think about how you could perhaps change this to English, that hobbies or interests that you have or something to do with your work, you could start reading about it in English instead of your own language. If you like to read books, you could try reading every second book in English. This depends on your level as well. If your level is quite low, try to go for something smaller, more simple. My first book that I read in Spanish was Alchemist by what's his name? Paulo Coelho. Because I had already read this in English. It's one of my favorite books and it's a short book, so it was easier to read. And it was interesting for me to read again as well. So, and then the more advanced your English becomes, you could just read regular books that you read normally. Maybe it takes you a little bit longer. You don't need to stop and look at every single word. As long as you understand what's happening, it should be enough. Otherwise, it gets quite boring if you're stopping all the time. So this is what you could do. If you like to read books, read every second one in English. If you have hobbies and interests, read about them in English. Social media in English. Devices in English. Reading the news. Try to find news about your local area in English or read something like BBC English or Politico or something like that. If you want more resources about reading and listening, grammar and vocabulary, just send me an email and I'll send you a list of some resources. The email will be in the comments below. And if you want to hear more, to listen to more tips about how to improve your English, don't forget to follow. That's all for today. See you again tomorrow with another tip.